Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do the Shingeki no Kyojin / Attack on Titan episode special, Ilse no Techou. So the thing here is that this episode, it came out like 9 days ago, and I'm reviewing it now because I don't care. I can do what I want to do, okay? I'm reviewing it now because I choose to. And plus, I had final exams and I was busy, so, you know, that kind of stuff too, obviously. Now, the thing here is, I want to put the link to the episode, but Crunchyroll.com doesn't have it yet. So, in the future, I may put it on the box down below if they have it. But for the meantime, a simple Bing, Google, here it comes, Yahoo! Oh, my voice cracked. Yahoo! Search will do you justice. So, that being said, let's move on. The episode is actually very simple. It mainly focuses around the notebook that was found by Hanji and the Levi corpse, when Hanji went on her own to capture a Titan because Commander Irvin wouldn't let her do it. And of course, Hanji, she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do me. And this takes place in the year 850, around the same time Eren and the others were still training. They still had their, you know, their training pants on. They still had a third wheel. So, the thing here is that I don't really want to touch upon except for the end. The ending is a little more relevant because, well, I'll get to it later. But the main meat of the episode is the notebook. After Hanji, you know, follows the Titan into the actual area and Levi kills the Titan, and then they find the notebook, and then they find the corpse in the tree. What happens? We get a kind of flashback of Ilse Langanar, and what happened to her before she died, because it is her corpse in the tree. And the reason why this episode I actually do like a lot is because in the past episode reviews that I did of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin, I mentioned this. I mentioned how there was something very important that was missed in the actual series, in the, you know, first season of the anime. And in the manga, this whole thing of Ilse's story is actually put in sequence with the manga. It's actually in the manga. It's not like a side story. It's actually in the manga. It's just that in the anime, they made it into a side story. So the thing here is this, to my recollection. It does show you a lot of things. It hints at a lot of very important things in the future. What the Titan does. What the Titan says. So, the thing here is that Ilse, first of all, she has a large pair of balls. Alright? She does. Her squad was taken out. And she decides to forego her 3D moving gear and run without any weapons except for her quote-unquote diary, her notebook, her journal, whatever you want to call it. So, she has no blades, she has nothing but her pen and paper, and of course her legs, and her hands, and her brain. So, I'm sitting here like, yo, honestly, if this was me, I would just kill myself. I'll be so reluctant to go on foot in Titan-infested areas, knowing that if I get caught, I'm gonna die like this. When she died, it was far from pretty. She's even writing like, I got caught, I can feel his teeth, they're not sharp, the breath, the moisture, and then she just dies. And I'm sitting here like, I don't want to die like that. Just the terror, the fear, the horror. No, man. I'm taking that blade. No. Make it quick. Right in the heart, over. Alright, if there's a gun, yeah, you know what? If this happens in the future, like let's say that zombies occur and you're in this situation, always have like a small little sidearm. Not for the zombies, but for you. Because you don't want to go out like that. The moment they start to over, done, pieces. All right, I'm going on. I tried my best. I'm going on. The Titans same way. All right, I tried my best. I'm going on. Adios, deuces, peace. I'm out of here. I'll see you wherever. I'll see you in heaven, hell, wherever Buddha is. I'll see you in Valhalla. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna chill with Zeus. Don't know. Fuck it. Who knows? So rather Zeus, because Zeus, lightning bolts, King Lightning, it's cool shit. So so let's move on. The thing here is that she winds up running into this area, and there's a Titan hiding behind the wall or the tree, and the Titan pounces at her. She dodges. She gets at the tree, and she's crying, and she's writing, and the Titan doesn't strike. The Titan says, Ymir's people. Then this motherfucker gets on like some ape status shit. Bows down. Greetings. So, first of all, the two main things here. There are two main important things that are very obvious. Number one, Ymir's people. Now there is someone we know with that name. There is someone we know with that name. And I will leave it at that, because I'm going to assume that there are a lot of people who have not read the manga who are going to stick with the anime and only the anime. So for those people, there is someone who we know who has that name. Yai. So you can make a real valid deduction based on that alone. Ymir's people. The second thing is that the Titan talked. That's huge. Now, it talked in English language, of course Japanese, because this is a manga, obviously. The Titan can talk. Now, there are a lot of theories going on about the origin of the Titans. So let me leave it. That right there is a huge, oh man, dude, I basically gave you a road. Think about the origin of the Titans and the fact that this Titan could speak in human tongue. Granted, the first time we've seen this ever. It leads to something really fucking big. Real big. That was actually... No, let me not spoil it. So, think about the origin of the Titans, and I'll leave it at that. Now, when it comes to animation, progression of story, well, mainly... No. Let me continue on before I get to that. The end of the episode, basically, after Hanji reads this report, this news, this journal of Ilse, she files a report to Commander Irwin, whatever we'll call him, and then he agrees. It's a go. You can start capturing Titans. So this notebook is the catalyst for the Survey Corps, the Recon Corps, the Legion, whatever we'll call them, for them to start capturing Titans and experimenting on Titans. Why? It's very important, quintessential, because Hanji actually explains it very well. She's talking to the one guy of the Levi Corps. I think his name is Aro or something like that. And she's explaining how if Levi all of a sudden wanted to kill you, what would you do? If you knew in advance that he wanted to kill you, what would you do? You would study Levi. You would learn everything about Levi. His physical status, his mentality, what he likes, what he doesn't like, his hobbies, where he goes, that kind of stuff. And the same thing applies to the Titans, in which you want to know every nook and cranny, everything possible about the Titans, because they are your enemy. The more you know about your enemy, the better off you will be. And the Titans are the #1 enemy of humans, obviously. So the thing here is that she wants to study them thoroughly. And the only way you can do that is by capturing the Titans. There's no Titan manual. What they have is what they got. So it's very important for her to actually, do these things. And this notebook, this journal, is the catalyst for the Survey Corps to start capturing Titans. And we see her return the notebook to the family of Ilse, because it was like a year ago, apparently. Like she died only a year ago. according to the anime. But I think in the manga it was more than that, but I'm not too sure. Regardless. And that's pretty much it. So when it comes to animation, pacing, those two things, first of all, it was well paced. They didn't spend that much time on Hanji. They spent more time on Ilse and what she went through, as opposed to Hanji. No, let me backpedal. It was mainly at the beginning Hanji and Levi. Then towards the middle, it was mainly Ilse, and that I believe was the bulk of the episode. Then at the end, they focused mainly on Hanji. So Hanji did take up the second most amount of time in the episode, which makes sense because it's mainly about her and what she does with that notebook. But Ilse and what happened to her is the main gist of the episode itself. When it comes to the animation, overall it was pretty damn good as usual when it comes to Attack on Titan episodes. And the thing here is that when it came to one part in particular I loved a lot, where which Ilse is running past the tree, the Titan's behind the tree, and it's like a stare-off. She's like, and he's like, and it's basically that for a few seconds. Slow motion, staring at each other, and that tension starts to build up within those few seconds. So that was very good animation at that point in time, particularly, and overall was still pretty damn good. So overall, the episode, I thought it was a very good episode. A good plus? Yeah, a good plus episode of Attack on Titan / Shingeki no Kyojin special. And I will leave it at that. So I'll put in my playlist later at some point during the weekend, because I have lots to do with the playlist, obviously. So I'm done. King of Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.